Syphilis, a silent killer, a disfiguring curse, a disease that crept through palace walls and rotted empires from within. It didn't care about crowns or noble blood. Behind royal portraits, beneath silk sheets and golden thrones, lay shattered minds, decaying bodies, loveless marriages, and secret infections. In this episode, we delve into the top 5 royals who had syphilis and the devastating secrets they left behind. 1. King Louis I of Portugal. Born in 1838 as the second son of Queen Maria II, Louis was never meant to ascend to the throne. His older brother Pedro was crowned king at just 16 following their mother's death during childbirth. This unexpected turn left Louis to enjoy the luxuries of royal life without the burdens of responsibility. A bright young man, he buried himself in books, learned languages, and immersed himself in literature, even translating many of Shakespeare's works into Portuguese. Life seemed idyllic for this playboy prince, but disaster struck in 1861, when a deadly outbreak, possibly typhoid or cholera, swept through the royal family. The sickness claimed the lives of King Pedro V, along with Louis's younger brothers Fernando and João, thrusting Louis into kingship. Suddenly, the Borgia dynasty faced a dire need for heirs. Louis sought counsel from Queen Victoria and King Leopold I about suitable matches, eventually marrying Maria Pia of the Vavoy, only 14 at the time. On the surface, the marriage appeared prosperous. Maria Pia was beautiful and devoted, having borne 2 sons by the age of 18, however. Behind closed doors, Louis's infidelities began to unravel their fairy tale. His affections turned towards a popular actress, Rosa de Lima, causing Maria Pia to seek solace on extended trips abroad, rumored to have her own affairs. Around this time, Louis contracted syphilis. Initially dormant, it flared violently in 87, leading to neurosyphilis, a severe stage affecting the brain and nervous system. He faced depression, mood swings, headaches, seizures, and a gradual mental decline. The once charismatic king became a shadow of his former self, ultimately dying in 1889 at the age of just 50, leaving behind a legacy of silent suffering. 2. Abbas II of Persia. Abbas II was born in 1632 and ascended to the throne of Persia at the age of 9, asserting his authority by 15 when he expelled his father's grand vizier. His rule began positively with military successes and a period of stability for the Persian Empire. However, Abbas had a penchant for luxury and indulgence, reveling in wild feasts and parties, consuming copious amounts of wine from a golden cup. But Abbas' pleasures masked an economic crisis. As problems mounted, he retreated deeper into debauchery and escapism, surrounding himself with a harem of concubines. The origins of his syphilis are unclear, yet by 1666, he showed signs of the advanced disease. His once vibrant health deteriorated rapidly, and soon enough, the party atmosphere of his court gave way to tragedy. Abbas II succumbed to syphilis, dying at 34 and leaving a weakened empire in the hands of his son. His reign, once marked by promise, collapsed under the weight of personal excess and disease. 3. Crown Prince Rudolf of Austria. Crown Prince Rudolf, born in 1858, was the only son of Emperor Franz Joseph I and was poised to inherit a powerful throne. However, his upbringing was marred by trauma and abuse, particularly after being separated from his beloved sister Gisela. As he grew, Rudolf developed into a conflicted figure, resorting to heavy drinking, risky affairs, and an unstable lifestyle. At 23, he married Princess Stephanie of Belgium, but even during their courtship, he introduced another mistress, showcasing his disregard for marital fidelity. Soon after they welcomed their daughter, Rudolf fell ill with both gonorrhea and syphilis, passing the infection to Stephanie under the guise of a stomach flu. The result was devastating. Her fallopian tubes were irreparably damaged, rendering her infertile. Frustrated and feeling betrayed, Stephanie refused to sleep with him again, engaging openly in an affair with a Polish count. Rudolf, overwhelmed by despair, turned to suicide. In January 1889, he was found dead alongside Baroness Mary Vetsera, whom he shot before taking his own life. Official reports claimed Rudolf had suffered an aneurysm, but whispers of disease, madness, and despair revealed the tragic truth about the future of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, stained forever by the legacy of syphilis. 4. John Wilmot, Earl of Rochester, regarded as the original bad boy of Restoration England. John Wilmot, born in 1647, inherited his title young. He was taken under the wing of King Charles II, quickly becoming known for his poetic talent and debauchery. By 13, he was enrolled at Oxford, where his flirtations with vice began. He married Elizabeth Mallet after an abduction episode, but soon turned his back on his family life. Wilmot was infamous for his affairs, notably his long relationship with the actress Nell Gwynn and his interactions with Elizabeth Barry, among others. His biting satires brilliantly captured the spirit of the age, yet his indiscretions led to his banishment for mocking royal sexual obsessions. Eventually, Wilmot's reckless lifestyle caught up with him. Syphilis ravaged his body, leaving him blind, incontinent, and suffering from severe decay. He died in 1680, a grim reflection of the very disease that he had in many ways unleashed upon others during his wild, libertine years. 5. Joseph I of Austria, the eldest son of Emperor Leopold I. Joseph I was born in 1678 and raised with high expectations. His childhood surrounded him with progressive thinkers and endless parties, where he indulged in pleasures and affairs. When he turned 21, his mother chose Wilhelmina Amalia of Brunswick-Lüneburg as his bride, a serious woman whose fertility was scrutinized through a medical examination, a sobering reminder of the duty placed upon royal women. Initially happy, it didn't take long for Joseph to grow bored with monogamy. Every time he left for hunting trips, his friend Count Lambert sourced young peasant girls for him. The scandal was significant. Joseph's official mistress, Countess Marianne Pauli, caused outrage in the conservative court. But once Joseph became emperor in 1705, he embraced his unchecked desires. Amidst his pleasures, Joseph still returned to his wife, producing 3 children. Yet tragedy struck when their son Leopold died in infancy, propelling Joseph and Wilhelmina into a desperate race for a healthy heir. Carelessly, Joseph contracted syphilis, reportedly from the daughter of a palace gardener, and unknowingly transmitted it to Wilhelmina, who mistook her symptoms for personal failure. The syphilis rendered her infertile, betraying her hopes for motherhood. Meanwhile, Joseph's political ambitions dwindled. His reign included costly failures and unpopularity. On his deathbed at 32, he promised Wilhelmina fidelity if he survived. But he passed away from the disease before his promises could become a reality. Conclusion: the history of syphilis and royalty serves as a poignant reminder of the intertwined fates of power, privilege, and personal excess. These figures, cloaked in grandeur and expectation, illustrate how vulnerability to disease can dismantle not just families, but entire empires. Their stories, marked by scandal, despair, and tragic outcomes, reveal the darker undercurrents of history that often lie hidden beneath the glittering facade of royal life. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell to support our work. Never miss an upload. Like this vid, drop a comment, and share it with others to help us grow this historical community.